Hello, Scruffy fam. Joe here. So, part 3 of taking my Ruger 1022 and turning it into a PRS Rimfire or NRL22 match rifle. So, today, what we're going to do is we ended up getting the barrel. So, we got a bull barrel. It is much different than the pencil barrel that is on here right now. So let's look at where we're at right now. So in the last video we talked about the optic. Oh, the barrel's trying to roll off the bench. So last time we talked about the optic. We have that Monstrum 6x24x50 on here in the Magpul X22 Hunter stock. We also have a Magpul bipod on there. Here's a look at the barrel. It's a Shaw barrel. It is a match grade barrel. So we are going to get that installed on here. I got to do a couple things along the way, and I'll kind of bring you guys along. I've got to get the barreled action removed from the stock. Then we got to get the barrel off. I'm going to go ahead and take the scope off of here just to make sure that don't damage it in any way. And I'll show you guys a really cool thing in these X22 stocks that is part of the reason I got it. So give me 1 sec. We're going to start disassembling stuff and we will get on with it. Okay guys, so one of the really cool things about this X22 stock is here, this part here, you can remove this piece, and this piece. You lift it out and you turn it around and it fits a bull barrel. This here is cut for a bull barrel. So this is the pencil barrel, you flip it around, it's a bull barrel. So we're going to go ahead and knock that out real quick. There we go. Did it break anything? No, it didn't. Hey, that's good. Alright, so if you look at this, this chamber here is for the pencil barrel, and you flip it over, there's the bull barrel. So we can do a quick check here. See if that's going to work. And it does. That is going to fit. See, it would not fit in this pencil one at all, but in the bull chamber, it looks like it's going to fit and have space. So that's what we're looking for. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this on here now. So I got it flipped around. Okay, line up all the holes. Everything's lined up. Push it down. Looks good. Alright. Alright guys, now that we got the stock taken care of, the next step that we need to do is we need to get the barrel off. So if you are not familiar with the Ruger 1022, it is a super easy system to switch out the barrel, okay? There is a block right here. It's a little V block right here. with 2 screws. You unscrew that, and then you just start to work it out. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lock the bolt back here just to make it a little bit easier to deal with. I'm going to put this in my vise. Yeah, I'm going to put it in my vise and see about getting this thing out. That is not going anywhere. Alright, let's... Okay, so we're going to get this thing off here. Let's make sure we got the right head. Here we go. Yeah, that was pretty easy. Almost scary easy. So what was that? Okay. So these should be at 25 to 30 pounds. So when we put this new barrel on, we're going to make sure that that is what these are at. Those were really loose. That's never a good thing. So if you guys have a stock 1022, you might want to check those screws. They're supposed to be anywhere between 18 and 25, never more than 30 pounds of pressure. So we got that off. This barrel's not in bad shape, guys. I've put probably 100 rounds through it. So what we're going to do is we are going to keep this barrel because at some point I may build another 1022 for my son. So now we got this one off. Like I said, it's in really good shape. So we're going to set that off to the side. And let's get our bull barrel here. Alright, so one really important thing, this notch right here is what that block is going to go to. So this is going to actually sit in here to help hold the barrel in place. So we need to make sure all that is lined up. Well, that slid right in there, just like it was supposed to. Nice. Okay. Right. Alright guys, we're going to set these at 25 pounds. Okay. Alright. Okay, well, we have the bull barrel on here now. Let's check that out. That looks pretty neat. Alright. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this installed on the stock. Get everything back together and see what we got going on. So one of the things I like to do with this action screw, I am free floating the barrel. I have found that previously I got really good accuracy with 16 pounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it 20 pounds for this, and then we'll adjust it when we're at the range, and we'll kind of see what happens with our accuracy as we play with some of the tension. Usually anywhere between 16 and 20, you're going to get some pretty decent accuracy. Okay guys, so here we go. We have the bull barrel now on the Ruger 1022. This is that Shaw barrel, match grade barrel. Okay, it looks good. I like it. I like it a lot better than the pencil barrel. I think it's going to be a lot more accurate. It's going to stay cooler longer, so let's check this out and give you guys a better look. So this is where we sit now. So we took the original 1022 in the black, just basic one. So far what we've done is we've put it in the Magpul X22 Hunter stock. We have a Monstrum G2 6x24x50 scope on it, and now we've put a Shaw barrel on it. I think that really the only other thing I'm going to do is I have a BX trigger on the way. We got that, and after looking at my equipment, I realized that I don't have the ability to cut that much metal, so we got one of these to make it so the bolt will actually just slide. When I get the BX trigger, I'm going to check and see if it already has this upgraded on it. If it does, I'll just put this on the old trigger, and like I said, I'm going to hold on to that anyways if I build a 1022 for my son. So how this is looking so far, guys, is the pieces that are still true to the Ruger 1022 is the bolt, the whole bolt assembly, the entire receiver assembly, and the trigger. By getting the BX trigger, that is still a Ruger component, so I'm not concerned that I am now completely departing from the 1022. If I were to replace the bolt, the charging handle, and the entire action housing, then again I should have just bought all those pieces individually, because I could have just built a 1022. We're going to see how accurate this is. This 1022 only has about 100 rounds through it so far, so we'll see if this bolt and this action, with this barrel upgrade, with this stock upgrade, and with the BX trigger, will be good enough for me to try NRL22. I'm going to give it a try. We're going to see what happens, and if nothing else, I'm going to have a really, really fun squirrel rabbit rifle. But we're going to check this out. I think we might be pleasantly surprised at what this thing can do. I already know what this thing can do with some CCI ammo. I was able to do some cloverleaf groups. If you guys go back and look at some of my previous videos, at 25 yards with a red dot. So with these improvements, I am wildly curious what's going to happen. But next time that we're on this, guys, part 4 is going to be upgrading the trigger. Part 5 is going to be an ammo test, and then we'll stand by and wait for an NRL22 match near me, and then I will go do it and see what happens. So really excited for this project, guys. Go ahead, like, subscribe, follow along. If you guys have done something like this before, comment, add some advice, and some things you found that were helpful or things that were a challenge, and hopefully we can work through it together. So until next time, stay safe and God bless.